Greetings, Singularitarians, and welcome to the first 2024 edition of Inside SingularityNET, our January 2024 edition to bring you all the news of SingularityNET, the ecosystem, and all the amazing things that are happening within the organization right now. So I just want to share that we've got so much progress and planning happening right now. I've been in a couple of really exciting roadmap meetings with Ben, with Sergey, with the ecosystem leaders recently, and I'm just overwhelmed with how much is going to happen in the first half of this year, this whole year on platform, within the ecosystem, and of course taking advantage of and growing the decentralized AI wave that's engulfing the world right now. So we're expanding our platform capabilities. We've got some super services, AI services coming out of our teams that I can't talk much about, but are just gonna blow us all away. We have some big interoperability upgrades happening within blockchain. First, of course, Cardano. So we've got some more or less solid dates on that finally. We're looking forward to sharing more details soon. And then that will actually expand across our partner blockchains that we've recently announced, as well as a number of others. So big interoperability upgrades for the platform this year and should be H1 this year. We've got a major developer relations initiative happening. We've been utilizing the deep funding teams to begin upgrades to the platform that are more developer friendly and accelerate the onboarding process and bug proof the onboarding process. We've got some major developer relations opportunities coming up this year as well, plus tons of great news from the ecosystem. Across Rejuve, across NewNet, across Hypercycle, across Twin Protocol, Mindplex, Jam Galaxy. There's amazing things happening within all of these areas that you'll get to hear from some of those leaders today, and they'll get to share what's going on for them right now. We had an amazing year last year. 2023 was the biggest year for SingularityNET ever. Completely thrilling, tons of amazing upgrades, and the progress that's happening from last year to this year is going to be even more exciting. So we're looking forward to publishing our 2023 end of the year blog shortly with all those updates, a look back and a little bit of a look forward, as well as sharing our progress on AGI in 2023. Of course, OpenCog Hyperon, our AGI initiative, is moving forward right at pace, right on target, or even a little bit faster, and heading for its early alpha in March. So that's going to be amazing as well. And of course, the big news for SingularityNET is the BGI conference that we're helping to organize and sponsor. As thought leaders in this space, it's on us to share what the future of AGI might look like. We've thought about it more than most in the world. Our community has, our experts have, everybody within the organization, and thinking through all the implications of AGI and how we can give AGI the best opportunity of being beneficial for humanity, for the planet. It's something that we take seriously as a responsibility, something that we are thinking about, have always been thinking about, and want to be diving into with experts from around the world more deeply for ourselves, but also making sure that everybody that's on this path has some eye toward being responsible in the development of AGI, AI, its use and its impact on humanity. So BGI is coming up at the end of February, beginning of March. We hope that everybody will join us for the virtual streaming or in person if possible. And we are massively looking forward to all events between here and there that are taking a deeper dive into what is beneficial AI, what is beneficial AGI, and how can decentralization, blockchain play a key role in making that, helping that come about. So without further ado, I'd like to hand off to our ecosystem leaders, our SingularityNET and ecosystem leaders, to give their own updates on what's new for them and what's happening. I hope you enjoy this update and that it gives you all the information that you've been looking for. Thank you.
Hi there, it's Matthew Iklé again. I'm Chief Science Officer at SingularityNET. And last month I talked quite a bit, I believe, about the convergence and emergence, convergence of technologies and emergent phenomena. And I want to provide some sort of information about what we're going to be doing at SingularityNET in 2024, at least in certain directions like artificial general intelligence. So, and how I see what technologies I see converging, what sort of emergence I'm talking about. So, to step back a bit, right now we're internally preparing 2 series of AGI strategy meetings to basically think through how we want to approach AGI at this moment in time, with a lot of changes, a lot of new tools coming on to the space in 2024. Obviously, LLMs came out in 2024 with a bang, and how can those be leveraged to accelerate progress towards beneficial artificial general intelligence. And so one of the first things we're going to be doing this year in a set of 2 strategy sessions. One of these are series of sessions. One of these series is going to be focused on implementing Ben's original Cog Prime vision, which is very thoroughly thought through in terms of how the research in terms of how brains work and memory, what sort of systems need to be in an artificial general intelligence, as well as so that's one series is going to be laying out the groundwork, updating this original ideas, which I would argue are not just well-founded, but have quite a bit of empirical evidence behind them, but updating them in terms of technologies that can be used to make the original vision much more scalable. And part of that comes to that convergence of technologies. The other series of workshops of meetings are going to be focused on a more broad, less one direction of one path towards AGI, but trying to open up the space to consider other options. So it's going to be much more broad, open to outside ideas, which I think that's always what kinds of things might we have missed, or what other ideas are out there. So one narrowly focused and one with a broader focus. So that's basically setting the stage for what we're going for how we're going to proceed towards beneficial artificial general intelligence. So in the one direction, for example, in the Cog Prime or the original vision, a lot of changes. We know we need an attention and resource allocation module. We, in prior iteration, have used the economic attention network idea, but what other ideas might we use? Same broad or general conceptual idea, but with the advent of new technologies, what can we rethink the actual implementation. So that demonstrates a vision of some of the research that we're going to pursue, but in this broader direction, which actually also impacts platform development. There's certainly a lot of ideas that are coming out right now and internally. So in terms of platform development, we're thinking through, as I said, a lot of ideas related to our SingularityNET Assistant, our AI DSL. There are some other ideas that we're working on right now. I don't want to give too much discussion to because we still need to work out these details. So I'll just leave that as kind of a teaser at this point. I'm sure we'll have something further to say about that in the coming months. So convergence of technologies and emergent phenomena. And I think that's where I started this conversation last month and trying to pick up this month. So in order to make all this happen, in our original version of OpenCog, we did see some hints of the emergent types of phenomena that we're interested in. But OpenCog couldn't be easily scaled. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you take a look at a search engine, Google search engine in the 1990s, they had to figure out how to scale search across thousands and thousands of computers. And that's one of the things we're also trying to figure out in the context of AGI. It's not as simple as the kinds of technologies behind graphics processing unit. Yeah. Can you cut that? GPUs, which are what are called embarrassing parallel. We have much more dependencies. Some things have to happen before others. And so we want to still scale these up, which we've got a number of different technologies that we're working on that are all seem to be converging at the same time to allow for massive speed ups of the processing that we need, such as hypervectors and custom hardware and so on. And all of this is to promote the emergence that we're interested in. So convergence and emergence, these are the ideas that have been floating in my head for the last couple of months. I hope that gives some flavor of some of the research directions we're working on at present. And so in terms of the platform, circling back to that, we're looking at self-organizing systems, again, to get kind of this emergent behavior. And that's where the AI DSL that we've been working on will hopefully have an impact.
Hello, this is Sergey, Shalyapin, SingularityNET CEO. I hope all of you had a really Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'm so glad to meet you all in the upcoming 2024. So I will start from staking on Cardano as a tradition. We are in the 5th epoch right now. It works really fine. At the same time, we're optimizing performance on staking portal to some extent during statistic aggregation. So it will be much more faster soon for your convenience. And we have the week of releases. This week is the week of releases. We're releasing a new version of developer portal, which includes onboarding documentation and high demanded guideline on services wrapping, which is really important, I believe. To make the work of service providers much more convenient, a new way of interaction between daemon and service using HTTP requests has been introduced. Previously, connection to the daemon was limited to gRPC, as you know, and SonarPC process. However, service providers now have option to deploy their services on hosting by hosting based on serverless GPU computing. And also we introduce the best practices to wrap AI services into scalable services to guide developers and make their life much more easier. Sometimes there are skills in AI, but wrapping of the service is much more challenging. We're covering this challenge and addressing this issue to make your life easier. So please pay attention to that, dear onboarders. Also, we're updating CLI on this week without Trezor support thus far, but the Trezor support will be introduced in the next release. And we are releasing SDK with training on the platform support, which is a really important achievement for us. Also, JavaScript SDK is upcoming, and that might be really useful for mobile app developers to utilize platform services in any type of apps in a scalable way. We are releasing a new version of Daemon also. As a part of the work with Daemon, third-party components and libraries, we updated to the latest versions, and we are introducing training on the platform as the functionality across SDK and Daemon and all the parts of the platform end-to-end. This opens a wide range of possibilities for AI developers, but also for AI customizers with low level of tech knowledge. And to supply this, we are working right now on training on the platform solutions for three most demanding domains, like image generation, speech processing, and dialogue system or chatbots. Example services supplying and training end-to-end is one of our focuses to showcase this feature and advanced functionality and make training on the platform be accessible both for developers and with dedicated tech knowledge, as I mentioned before, and also to AI designers by utilizing this feature right via platform marketplace UI in a zero-code scenario, which is not only very useful and practical, but also a lot of fun. And the last but not the least, we are truly progressing with our Internet of Knowledge concept on the platform and released the first part of key components, generative LLMs on the platform and use scalable service. We carefully select and optimize open source LLMs to be introduced as a part of this powerful multi-service. So it's not only single LLM dedicated, but we will constantly update the service on the fly, maybe every 2 weeks, to introduce new and better models to optimize them further in terms of performance, to make them really useful and scalable to infinity. So stay tuned. Please keep using this service and kindly share your feedback. Strategically, we are working on a unified API to glue together knowledge nodes and model nodes via our powerful programming language Meta to make platform-based AI cool and creative, at the same time robust, efficient, and programmable, which is our strategic goal. And see you there. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Marketing Pod update. First I wanted to wish all the community a Happy New Year. Hopefully you get a good resolution for this year. And as a marketing team, we certainly have some pretty ambitious ones. So not a lot to report in these first 2 weeks. As you know, we're coming back slowly to work. Everybody's getting back into the ebb and flow of things, but there's few things that I would like to mention nonetheless. So if you have noticed, we started to publish our videos, or short videos on new platforms. So as I said in the previous one, we were going to go on the Instagram and TikTok of the world, and that's what we've been doing. So we started our first Instagram videos, and then the TikTok as well. And so far we have good, of course, TikTok we're starting from nowhere, literally from zero. So it's going to take some time to build up, but the Instagram have some community there. And then we had some good numbers, some good traction. So we hope for the best. And we'll keep building that up. We are building a refresh of the website, so hopefully that's soon going to be available for everybody. But right now we are kind of like redoing the content, modernizing kind of like the way it looks, just so that, you know, it reflects what we are working on for the year 2024. We are continuing to build up the BGI, our help to the BGI, which is, you know, beneficial AGI summit that that have been, you know, came out of the mind of Dr. Ben. So we are helping on this front, you know, organizing the schedule, bringing the crew, you know, like creating the tasks for everybody, because, you know, marketing doesn't only have the marketing part but also have the event part. So we are building all of that. We are creating activities around that. We also launched at the beginning of the year the BGI weekly challenge, hosted by a newcomer in the team, Sharon. So we hope that that's going to get some traction as well and gets some of the interest from the community. We'll touch on a lot of interesting topics and trendy topics that are tied to AI and AGI, particularly, you know, ethic, regulation, you know, and all of that stuff. So so that should be good. And then the last part is that I mentioned before that one of our goals was to improve our engagement with the community on our social platforms, you know, creating more of a two-way communication rather than having just one broadcast, you know, broadcasting news and so. That's not really how you do social media. So I'm happy to report that we've been green-lighted to recruit a new role that will be a social media / community coordinator, basically, that will help us like build up and get better at the two-way conversation that we want to have. So expect some, once we have the person, expect some more engagement, some more insights from us to you, and also some feedback gathering from you to us, right? So that's the idea. And then, you know, there's plenty of things we are also doing, like content marketing. We are ramping up our AGI strategy, which is about informing the world about what we are doing for AGI and what do we think we should be, like, the world needs to know about AGI. So that's part of our content, and we'll try to release pieces of content every week, at least until the BGI, and then after that we'll keep going on a different approach from a content standpoint. So yeah, that's pretty much my update so far, and then hope the best for everybody. Again, happy new year, and then talk to you in the next edition. Thank you.
Hey, welcome. This is Inside SingularityNET, the first podcast in 2024. First of all, my congratulations to everyone who passed successfully festives. I think this is the first biggest achievement and very hard milestone this year. So I would like to give some highlights on what we're planning to do in Q1, which is important for us and where we're focusing our efforts. So first, let's go the social scoring, and I see that the sentiment around self-prediction markets are growing. Inside Singularity, Mindplex is developed a really nice platform based on a Mastodon open source framework, which already go live with this MVP around decentralized social. So we will be experimenting with decentralized social during Q1 with several partners. Recently, today, we just had a very nice conversation with one of them, and I hope that by the end of the Q1, we will get some announcement with a really nice and promising reputation, platform, and framework taking place. Second angle. Last year, we made a really nice partnership with World Mobile, which represent the PIN industry within Web3. So we will continue our work and efforts around the PIN. The PIN is a really boosting segment in Web3, and if you see that such companies like Helium, Solana Mobile, and the others, I got real appreciation of the audience worldwide in December. So we agreed to put our efforts with helping sustainability, and we will develop, as we promised, the reputation scoring platform for MFI needs around World Mobile and their 50,000-60,000 daily active users. The next stop is education. So first of all, Ben Gortzel will be running, as you heard multiple times, AGI forum, which is not a technical. So SingularityNET holding a technical forum once in a year or maybe several times a year, which is most about the coding, programming, discussion taxonomies, and so on. So this time, this forum is most appreciated business people and academical background to discuss ethical frameworks, governance, adoption, strategies, and the general tactics around AGI. So there are 4 days. One of them will be dedicated to invite-only AGI forum. So if you receive such an invite, I'm really happy to welcome you. For the rest, we will provide some access on the online, so you will be able to see some broader discussion about this topic. So stay and follow our social networks. They're going to be a really nice updates on this. So second area, there will be an unconference, which goes as a 2 days discussion forum on which happening, by the way, in a beautiful place called Panama City. Panama, by the way, is one of the early adopters of the DAO legislation. So DAO in Panama is really wide structured, so we also will discuss several topics. So next week, I will be presenting SingularityNET in Thailand, in Phuket, where the government of the Thailand is running a really nice conference for the Web3 industry. We will take the topic which is called social DAO, which I hope will have some overlay with reputation framework that we were planning to introduce further. So, and of course, we are strengthening our partnership direction. So, which I'm pleased to say, we expand our team with a new roles, which calls value engineers. So there are 3 value engineers joined our team. They're really experienced people from the Web3 industry with a really nice broader framework. One of them, Irene, she will be focusing engaging with institutional markets, and I hope you will catch up her in Davos if anyone will be around Davos this year. So you are happy to find out Irene there. So it literally will be happening in a couple of weeks. So the second is Alejandro. He have a significant background in telecom and tech industry. So he will be working with several frameworks like reputation management. So I hope, like, if you have any ideas or offerings or partnership opportunity, join and catch up those guys on LinkedIn. And last but not least, so is Joseph. Joseph is based in Australia, so that means like we are covering literally with our partnership team with the whole globe of the whole time zones. And I hope our potential opportunities from South Korea will come up soon with some great announcement. So unfortunately, I cannot say some of the great news because we signed up the several partnerships which we did not disclose them yet, but we will work on the proper announcement in February and March. So stick to the media and you will get some updates. And of course, we will be running some new processes and for external audience. So we would like to share and get more feedback about partnerships and develop relevant deep funding initiatives with our recent partners, Definity. So we're working together, and I hope that it will allow us to boost and enter new markets, and with a common event that we will plan this year for a specific audience. So I will try to keep more secrets, and so to leave some sort of surprise later, and stick to the SingularityNET Inside podcast. Thank you for listening.
Hi. Thank you for having me here. And after our 2023, which was a very good year for the deep funding program, under our purpose of developing and populating the AI, decentralized AI marketplace of SingularityNET, we are very thrilled to start 2024 with new goals, the same purpose of creating beneficial AGI and facilitating this for SingularityNET through the funding of initiatives that are going to bring this decentralization. We have our strategic goals. We are aiming for 2 at this point. The growth of the decentralized AI platform, which is something that we have been working for a while now. But we do have a second strategic goal, which is creating a community of builders. This community of builders are meant to improve and increment our community around deep funding itself, not only having it under this ecosystem, but more specifically for deep funding, because we truly believe that artificial intelligence, decentralization, they are all underneath. We have to have people, right? And we understand that this strategic goal of builders are going to leverage everything that we want to implement. So we count on the community, we count on the SingularityNET Foundation itself also to make this a reality. We are also undergoing with our portal itself. For the past years, we have had relied on third-party solutions, which were very well suited to that point. But now, considering we are growing and we want to grow more, we need some scalability for reaching the point we are willing to be. And this platform, the portal itself, that are going to serve as or provide the necessary features for our community to propose projects, to be voted, to communicate with each other. So this is something that this platform, the portal itself of deep funding, it's really related to our growth strategy for 2024. So in this sense, we have this technical element, which is the portal that I mentioned, but we also have the element of scalability that we are pursuing through this strategy of circles. It's based on a concept that were presented on the pro-social book. It has the core design principles, which are 8. I'm not going to list them here to not get you too bored, but please go to our deep funding website and blog posts where you can read what we are implementing in deep funding at this point. These core design principles, or CDPs, they will be driven through 3 main areas of deep funding: community, the builders, as we mentioned it now, and operations itself. So even if you go to the blog post, you are going to see some information on where we are at this point in these three areas, and more specifically even how you can contribute to it. The circles that are going to bring this scalability to our initiative, the deep funding program, they are going to grow also in 2024. For 2023, what we had were three circles. The review circle, which started in round 2 of deep funding, but it wasn't aimed for that. It was organically, this growth, which is very interesting to see how it became now. The second circle, and the review circle, if you are not aware about it, they are in charge of reviewing proposals if they are eligible or not for being selected. They are also in this new structure. They are also, for instance, responsible for reviewing contracts for the selected teams. We had 43 selected teams in round 3, the last round. So they are in charge of also doing this type of works. And we have a lot of tasks that can be done by a review circle because we have constantly the need of implementing to be more accurate in our operations. Of course, at some point, we are going to automate these processes, but it's not because of that the review circle is going to be gone anytime soon. The second group or circle that we created was the focus group. The focus group is a circle as well that were created to be a point of contact between the community and the funding program and its staff. So the focus group is focused on governance issues, for instance, and decision making as well, because we are very decentralized and we want to decentralize even more under this growth strategy that we believe that for constant and sustainable growth, we have to rely on decentralization by the means of scalability. And the focus group is bringing this scalability on governance issues and decision-making for deep funding through this decentralization, but also aiming for the decentralization, right? The decisions are not ideally made by one person or one small group of people. We have, for instance, under the focus group, listening sessions. Each 15 days, we have these listening sessions that you can join as community member and discuss any issues that are brought, and also propose new issues to be discussed. The most recent circle, going also in this scalability process that we are implementing now towards the decentralization, because the community itself are leading this, let's call it from a legacy organization, we would call it as departments, right? Marketing department, review department, focus department, or governance department, which is exactly what we are doing, but with the community. So we have the third circle, which is the marketing circle. And marketing circle, it is what you are, exactly what you are imagining. They are handling now blog posts, illustrations for blog posts, videos, the town halls and events also are underneath the marketing circle. A fourth circle that we are discussing and trying to engage now, but it's not something that we have at this point, is the awarded team circle. So we believe the awarded team circle is an important circle under this growth strategy because it's going to bring a point of contact for awarded teams from the deep funding program. So it's where teams can rely when they are willing to discuss issues. So sometimes you have issues that are not only for your team, but for others as well. So it's a way of discussing these situations and bring in a more structured way for the deep funding for us to solve it together. But it's not only about problems and issues, are also for proposing new initiatives that they are willing to have that can improve their the projects, the operations itself of deep funding, and so on. So this is something that is undergoing. So here at deep funding, we like to experiment, and we don't like to do things from the top to bottom. We like to always discuss. So considering they are the team circle, it's not something that's ready, and we like to give the chance for those that are going to participate in the community to say, yeah, we believe this is the best way of doing it. That's why I now don't have exactly a list of features and operations for the awarded team. This is our core principle, right? That the portal that I mentioned it before, that we are having now as a solution for bringing more structure to the rounds of funding, it's new, right? Even though we do have expertise in this area, it's new. And what's happening now is the test round of deep funding. The test round of deep funding, it's different from the regular round. It's going to be from 22 January to 29 January, when it's going to be open for submissions. So 29 January, we are going to have 1 week of submissions, 1 week a stable period, and 1 week for voting. We are aiming for 10, 12 proposals for a testing purpose, okay? So we are not open for all all proposals that are willing to be there, exactly because we need to test before having it open in an open ocean, right? We are going to have two pools at this point. New projects pool, where we are going to give $150,000 in rewards, the total, and we are capping to $50,000 max per proposal in this case. And we are also having the ideation pool, considering that the ideation pool is meant to create new proposals for the next round, where we are going to use this 5,000 per proposal funding to bring to get to know your market for the project that you are willing to propose, the technical documentation, and so on. So this is the purpose of the ideation pool, and also to feel to have a feedback from the community around your idea, instead of just going for a new project where you are going to spend much more time and effort. We are going to have a max of 3 proposals in this ideation pool. Okay, so these are the two pools that we are aiming at this point. The process is to give your idea in a link, a Google form. We are going to select these 10, 12 proposals for testing purpose, and then it's going to go for the community to select among these which ones are going to be rewarded. So this is the general idea for the testing round, and it's also interesting because we are testing the circles itself again, right? So as I mentioned, the marketing circle is it's new, so we are bringing the marketing circle into this context of the test round, and we are also testing this concept and so on. As I mentioned, DEEP funding, it's about experimentation. We do have a purpose, but we also experiment this decentralized process and select and pick the best processes to implement, for instance, in the SingularityNET Foundation itself and its processes. Here is the right place for doing it. So, okay. Under our roadmap, we do have high priority improvements, medium priority improvements, and also low priority improvements. A high priority improvement for this point is the structured AI services data. We have medium priority improvements as the town halls itself, listening sessions, as I mentioned it. We also are willing to implement a DEEP funding calendar more properly, where a community will know exactly what they should expect in these meetings, not on a short frame period, short period, but also in the long term, in a way the community can prepare and also propose and identify when is the best day to have a breakout room for them. We are going to automate project status updates into our WordPress portal. We are also, as I mentioned, that we are automating the contract process that Review Circle did. We are getting the knowledge base that we performed at this point with the very important Review Circle, and we are using this to automate the contract generation from the portal to the teams for signature and so on. Milestone deliveries and approval process, which is very important for the awarded teams. We are also having it, and I think I didn't mention, it's a very important role for the Review Circle to review the milestones that we are going to pay the teams itself. We pay on a milestone base. So every time that a team delivers a milestone completion of its project, we review. If it's all good, we pay them for that part of the project. We are also going to make it more streamlined and accurate and efficient in this sense. Now we have a 2 weeks time for this review process to happen, and we are willing to shorten this each time more, right? We are also bringing more on our portal in the sense of we are going to create in the future APIs for our portal, but considering the point that we are now with a lot of developments undergoing, we are not at this point yet. We don't want to bring an additional layer of tasks, but we are willing to work under import and export of data through this from our portal with CSVs, files, and etc., where the community sometimes can propose what to do with this data. But this is going to be better explained in a proper blog post and communications through town halls, etc. Okay, so we are going to give also under these circles processes, we are going to be more diligent in the sense of giving feedback to the community with what's happening to this circle. So we are going to have reports, bi-yearly reports from each circle. They are going to have this retrospective of what was done and what they are aiming for the next 6 months. This is very important to give to the community. So as you can see, a lot is going on under the DEEP funding program itself, And we really need you as a community to work with us and to improve our everything. Because improving the deep funding, you are supporting the SingularityNET Foundation. By supporting the SingularityNET Foundation, you are also supporting the decentralization of artificial intelligence and bringing the beneficial artificial intelligence to a reality. So yes, we really want to have you more and more engaged into our daily basis operations and ideation and all the processes. So I hope to have you here with deep funding throughout this 2024 for us to work together and make our purpose, make our goal, establish this. So thank you for being with us through the 2023, and let's make this 2024 now even better. Thank you, and see ya.
Hi, I'm Esther Galfalvi, Decentralization Program Lead, and I'd like to update you on our decentralization efforts. Yay! The highlights of the end of 2024 include, of course, the election of the new Supervisory Council. The Council also held their first AMA with the community to launch their engagement efforts. And now the Council is starting to create the decentralization blueprint, but we need a lot more input from the community. We need you to join us to help the Council and the decentralization task force to understand what is needed in the blueprint. And therefore the Council is organizing 3 initial workshops to work with the community on some of the main elements of the blueprint. This will start with some core governance principles and drill down into the critical details of strategy and decision-making and technical processes and so on. The Council will also be hiring a new community liaison to make sure that the Council remains visible and accessible, and to make sure that the community can communicate them whenever they need to, as well as providing key information to both the Council and community. We've had a great set of candidates for the role, and I'd like to thank all of them for putting themselves forward. And to the rest of you, stay tuned for announcements about the new role, and please join us for the workshops. You can find the links to the workshops on Discord and all our socials, and also on the Decentralization Events website. Check out the link in the description and keep checking the Decentralization Events website because we post updates and event times regularly. We are looking forward to a lot of progress on the blueprint going forward, and some concrete steps towards drawing up the details very soon. Please join us soon, and I look forward to the next meeting.
Hello everybody, good to be back after the holidays. During the holidays we had 2 weeks of pretty much of downtime, but we've now resumed our normal action-packed schedule. So a couple of things to highlight. Starting off with great news. We secured 5 slots for ambassadors to attend the Beneficial AGI Summit 24 in Panama end of February. And yeah, I'm very happy about that. Really looking forward to meeting some of you in person. And it will also give us a ton of content creation opportunities. We'll have weekly brainstorm sessions on this. And we'll basically run until the event takes place. And these sessions will be on Mondays, 19 UTC. Additionally, we have BGI fireside chats, which are casual talks discussing the impact of AI and AGI to our lives with regular guest speakers. These take place on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Then onto the Incubation Guild. They have merged together with the Developer Workgroup into the Research and Development Guild. And I'd like to take the opportunity to specifically thank Grandano and Fly for the efforts they have put into the Incubation Guild during 2022-2023. And yeah, their efforts contributed a lot to shaping up the ambassador program to what it is today. Yeah, so thanks. There's a collaboration shaping up, emerging with deep funding. So if you're a developer, please do get involved with the Research and Development Guild. Then up next, the Supervisory Council is having a weekly workshop series on the decentralization blueprint, basically looking for community input on the process. These sessions take place on Tuesdays at 13 UTC. Then, yeah, a final call out would be on the Treasury Guild and their transaction building sessions. These are now open to the public, And anybody interested in learning how to build these transactions where we, on a weekly basis, where we distribute the rewards, is very much welcome to join in and learn. These take place at Tuesdays at, let me take a quick look, 9:30 a.m. UTC. So yeah, this is just really the tip of the iceberg. We have about 15 weekly calls every week, where you're very much welcome to join in on the fun. And for that, if you're interested, you can find more information on our Discord server. So I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.
Hello everyone, this is Cloris Chen. I'm the CEO of Cogito Protocol, and today I'd like to provide an update of Cogito's recent development. So first of all, I'd like to mention the recent great news of Bitcoin ETF approval, which happened yesterday after a lot of dramas, of course. And this is a very significant step for the entire crypto industry, as people expect to have over 40 billion institutional money coming into the industry. Welcome to the super cycle. That's all I want to say. And when it comes to Cogito, there are a few things that are very exciting. The first of all, our tokenized fund is officially approved by the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority. This marked, we are basically legit and compliant to offer the product and service globally, excluding US market, of course. And then so this first launch is our T fund, which includes a short-term treasury bill, and we continue to offer this product to crypto startups which need a safe yield for their treasury management. On the other hand, we are, as I mentioned in our previous update, we are expediting our AI fund, which caters more to the crypto investors who want to seek market alpha and more risk on in bull market. So we have some exciting partnerships coming up. We are leveraging SingularityNET AI capability to develop the AI-assisted portfolio management, and we are making good progress there. The third update I want to mention is that we will have our new head of BD on board starting from 1st of February, and he joins from a large crypto company and has very good experience in the industry. He will be helping to drive our BD and AUM growth in Asia Pacific, focusing in Asia Pacific, but of course, as I mentioned, we offer global services. And lastly, from our last update, we mentioned about our KYC opening to individuals, and we are at the last stage of integration with the service provider. And we are working closely with our fund admin and also the KYC company to make sure to open it up as soon as possible. And one more thing that worth noticing is that we have more institutional partners to come, including interactive brokers, Circle, and the traditional hedge funds that we are in discussion with. So please stay tuned of our update, and we will post all the information in our social media once it's live. That's all for me for Cogito.
So hello everyone, here's Patrik from Gem Galaxy, and I'm very excited and I want to all welcome you in 2024. Hope it's gonna be a wonderful year for all of us. And so let me go back to 2023. It was a wonderful year for us in Gem Galaxy. We made a lot of progress. I'm also personally happy I could join the team and the wonderful team we have. And 2023 brought us a lot of wonderful things, such like what I'm most happy is our prototype of our desktop app, which we are currently internally testing with early adapters, and we have a proof of concept of low latency connections for musicians, which is our foundation for our platform and our creators portal. So that's a wonderful news from our research and development. So thanks for the team and everyone who participated. And we also have our architecture of this low latency. It's pretty complex task, and so we now have also the infrastructure which would allow the streaming for the music fans. So that's a big part of our research. We are also integrating our AI music tools, which we are currently also developing an AI synthesizer, which is a part of will be part of the creators portal. So that's stay with us. We will be keeping updating more about the development part, and also the blockchain integration of our wallet on the platform. So that's about our development. We also have a new UI design of the creators portal, so we will be also showcasing it in very time soon. And also from the overall things, we have a brand new logo, so please feel free to check out our social media channels. So that's where you can find it. So we have new fresh look design, which I'm very happy about. And so we will also bring a summary of 2023 in a Medium article. So please keep checking our socials. Everything is going to be there. And now we have 2024. So we are all very excited about this year. So about the fresh start, we are finalizing our new website. So it's going to be more clarity of where we are heading, and so that's what we are almost finished. So it's going to be in a couple of weeks. Also, we are now currently updating the white paper, so where we are communicating the vision, also the roadmap, and the platform details. So that's what you can expect as well in very time soon. And we are currently onboarding artists for first for yearly adapters, but also to grow our musical community, because we need to build a bridge of having the musicians on the platform, but also connecting it with the Web3 music fans, but also you, the community of Gem Galaxy and SingularityNET. So that's a big part of it. And we also have upcoming TGE, so we will be slowly showcasing some details about it, but it's coming soon, and we are all excited about it. And so feel free to check out our social channels, and yeah, happy new year.
Hi, my name is Melissa Lowry, and I am the marketing director for Rejuve.AI, and here is our monthly update for you. We've had a really exciting last month, especially over the holidays and everything like that. But the most pressing / most exciting thing that we've done is we have officially integrated our new redesign of the app into the beta version. If you are a beta tester, you should be able to go and see 95% of the new redesign within the beta app. So if you are, please go test it, tell us the bugs. All you have to do is shake it to report anything. The faster that we do this, the faster we get that app out to you. So we are super excited about this and really looking forward to everybody's feedback for everything that we have put in there so far. In addition, going along with that, we've hired a couple new employees. We've hired a back-end developer and an AI scientist as well to continue to add progress to the app and hopefully get this done as quickly as possible. So we're really excited about that. They have just started after the holidays. So we're really looking forward to what both of them bring to the table for us in these upcoming months. In addition, we have also created a new partnership with Now Payments. They are a company that essentially bridges the gap between crypto and fiat, basically allowing us to use the RJV token and have our partners within the app accept the RJV token, essentially onboarding people into accepting more crypto and such moving forward. So this is a really big utility step for the RJV token. We're really looking forward to being able to increase the accessibility and the usability of the token moving forward within the app with our partners, and also long-term in a variety of other settings. So we're really looking forward to that. They have been really great to work with. So it's been great. In case you missed it, we also officially just got listed on the BitTrue exchange. We did an AMA with them on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. Jasmine, our CEO, did. So if you haven't seen it, you want to catch up, learn more about it, you can go back to the AMA that's listed on and pinned on our Twitter page. In addition, I think the last one that we have and the most exciting for people, we began our migration for the tokens that were stuck on the multi-chain bridge back in I believe, the end of November. In addition to that, we also had SingularityNET Bridge, which officially opened, and we're allowing access for people to bridge there as well through SingularityNET. So again, if you have not seen that on our Twitter, you can get more information off of there, as well as the blog posts that we have about it as well. So those utility-wise, super exciting. We're really glad to finally have a solution for both the STEP network, which had a little bit of complications with it as soon as we used it and such, so it should be able to provide solutions to anybody that was needing them. Our last and final updates that we have is that we are closing in, like I said, on the app development. It's been a really exciting time. I know that everyone's eagerly awaiting when the app is going to be launched. I think that's everyone's most frequently asked question. So leading up to that launch and such, we have integrated and begun a lot of, I'm not going to call them competitions, but kind of engagement activities on Telegram and Discord, basically incentivizing you to contribute to your wellness within Telegram. We have Monday and Wednesday challenges that are now going. One of them, Wednesdays, is typically a fitness challenge, so you can screenshot it, enter to win some RGB tokens depending on the day. And then Mondays is also like a, oh my gosh, why can I not remember the word of it? Trivia, that's what I'm looking for. It's more of a trivia type thing of the Rejuve, things that you can get off of our website or our social medias, or just your basic knowledge if you're a Rejuve expert. So both of those are really exciting. I'll give you the opportunity to win 1,000 RGBs, which could be used with now payments and such moving forward. So aside from that, we have had a great holiday time with our families and things like that. We're really looking to kick off 2024 and see where that takes us coming up in the upcoming months. Thank you.
Wow, there's just so much going on, and as we like to say repeatedly, it is exciting. I hope you're as excited as us, as impressed, as thrilled by the power and the progress that are happening within SingularityNET, within the organization, across the ecosystem, all the individual projects and pieces that are coming together into this beautiful, cohesive whole that's gaining shape and traction across decentralized AI. I hope that you enjoyed this, and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Thank you.